Hello and welcome to SoFlo Health. I'm Hunter Frankie, and today
we interrupt your regularly scheduled SoFlo Health program for this special presentation of the original broadcast first aired in 1981.
Good afternoon, I'm Hunter Frankie. Today we continue an existing series called SoFlo Health, which is not based on any novels, but rather on the advice of various experts. So get ready for a spate of healthy living, exercise, nutrition, not to mention interesting. Those of you familiar with us may remember sun and fun, but very few copper mines. After all, this isn't Cornwall, this is South Florida. Without further ado, let's join SoFlo Health, already in progress, with this first package. Welcome to UFit in Weston. This is personal trainer Morgan Shapiro. Today, we are going to talk about chest, back, biceps, triceps. And shoulders.
And shoulders, exactly. So let's get into it, Hunter.
I think I'm actually just going to get a workout in today. Daisy, come here. You show Daisy and them. I'll see you later.
Let's get to it, girl. So we're going to start off working the chest. So we're going to go ahead. We're going to put our back on the bench. And then I want you to bridge your hips up. I'm going to give you one dumbbell today, and you're going to give me a dumbbell press. So you're putting your arm up, you're bringing it down, and then right back up. I want you to keep your elbow a little flared out, a little bit there, perfect, and right back up. So this is one of the exercises you can do to work your chest. If you're feeling up for it, you can do the fly, you can do push-ups, you can do the barbell bench press. But the main thing is we want to cover the chest as one of our complete upper body routines. So I would say chest is check. Now it's time to move to the back. All right, so now we worked the chest. Now we are moving to the back. Today we are going to do a pull-up. So I want you to go ahead. We're going to reach up and actually, you know what? On second thoughts, it's a little high up there. I think let's get Hunter for this one. Hunter?
Fine.
Hunter, we got some pull-ups. So now we're just focusing on some sort of pull motion here. We've done the pull-up a lot on the show. You want to try to bring your elbows to your side. His chin is going above the bar. If you're not feeling the pull-up, you can do the lat pull down. You can do the single arm row, the bent over barbell row. We're just focusing on working the back muscles here. Good job. All right, I would say back, check. Now we're moving on to the biceps. So we covered the back, now it is time for the biceps. And today we are going to do easy bar bicep curls. So we're picking up the bar, keeping the elbows tight to your side. We're just gonna curl it up and look at those biceps looking great. Form is great, and there's a few variations you can do. If you don't love this one, you can do dumbbell curls, you can do cable curl, but the point is we wanna target the biceps here. Good job.
Welcome back. I hope you enjoyed that last segment. It's time for more SoFlo Health. That was Morgan Shapiro, our resident personal trainer. And later on in the show, she will be showing you more upper body training because you can never exercise your upper body too much. Before we get back to Morgan, let's take a look at this next piece. I'm at Convivo Proactive Senior Care in Kendall, and I'm joined by Macarena. Macarena, thank you so much for being with us today.
Thank you for having me.
Of course. So tell me, what do you do here? What can people find here?
Here we have our PCP office, but with a different feel, a different twist. We are more of a private office setting for seniors 65 and up, independent, tech savvy, that more or less know what they want.
Excellent. So what are some of the benefits to the patient for being a part of this?
We have an open network. They can go pretty much to any specialist that they choose. As long as the patient's insurance is accepted at that specialist office, we can refer them there.
When it comes to the tech savvy part of things, how does that integrate with Convivo?
When we receive a new member, we email them the new member packet, and they are able to complete it through their phone or through their computer, right? Once they come in for their first visit and thereof, we give them a tablet so they can check themselves in. We also have text messages, reminders for them. We have an application that we help them install it on their phone, and they can also see their upcoming appointments. They can send messages to us, to the doctor.
Wow. Yeah, so whether somebody is very tech savvy or needs assistance, they can find what they need here.
Correct. And they can also schedule their own appointments via the app.
Right, and that gives a lot of people agency and the ability to participate in their healthcare process versus feeling like they have to have somebody else do it.
Correct.
Great. And what else do you have to offer here?
We have a wonderful wellness center, and we do activities such as Zumba, yoga on the mats, and we're very big in nutrition here, and we try to promote wellness all around.
Yeah, it goes in with what you were saying earlier, getting away from like your typical office environment. Most places you wouldn't go to your doctor visit and then also be able to do Zumba, yoga, and learn about nutrition.
Correct. Because our patients tend to be busy and active, they come in for their visit and then they do an hour or two of exercise and then they leave.
Very cool. If people would like to learn more, how can they?
They can just give us a call Monday through Friday, or they can go on our website.
Excellent. Well, thank you so much for your time. We really appreciate it.
Thank you for having me.
Of course. SoFlo Health is made possible thanks to viewers like you. There's more SoFlo Health when we return.
Focusing on you from your team of experts at Sylvester Comprehensive Cancer Center, South Florida's only National Cancer Institute designated cancer center.
When flashes of light disrupted Karen Clark's vision 3 years ago, she never imagined it was cancer.
What I started thinking initially was, is this going to be my last Halloween? Is this going to be my last Thanksgiving? Is this going to be my last Christmas?
Karen had uveal melanoma, a rare form of eye cancer, says Dr. Jose Lutsky, a medical oncologist specialized in advanced skin cancers at Sylvester Comprehensive Cancer Center, part of UHealth, University of Miami Health System.
And most uveal melanomas are diagnosed either incidentally when they go to have an eye exam, or people may present with a change in vision, blurred vision.
Karen had radiation to kill the tumor in her eye, but when it spread to her liver, Dr. Lutsky started her on a clinical trial. Because Sylvester is an NCI-designated cancer center, it has access to the latest clinical trials testing the most innovative therapies for rare diseases such as uveal melanoma.
It makes a huge difference in how much access we have to developing new treatments for patients.
Dr. Lutsky just enrolled Karen in a new clinical trial using an immunotherapy drug. Karen is looking forward to many more holidays with her family, thanks to Dr. Lutsky and the Sylvester team.
Thank you so much for helping, for being there.
Welcome back to another exciting episode of SoFlo Health. My name wouldn't be Hunter Franke if I didn't deliver on my promise of more Morgan Shapiro. And here she is with her second half of her report on upper body workouts.
All right, so we already covered chest, back, biceps. Now it's time for triceps. We're going to go ahead and do the tricep extension. I want you to put both hands on the bar, elbows tight by your side, and you're just going to push it down. It's almost like you've done this before, looking really good, working the tricep muscles right there. So now if you don't like this variation, you can go ahead and do the tricep extension machine. You can do an overhead tricep extension. You can do skull crushers. Whatever variation is good for you, just make sure you incorporate some tricep work into your upper body routine. All right, we covered chest, back, biceps, triceps. Now we have the shoulders left. So you're gonna go ahead and do a leaning lateral cable raise. I want you to hang on to this. You're gonna hold the cable, and we're going out to the side. So again, to position, you can face this way for me. We're gonna work the left arm first. Good, keep your feet together. Little lean, straighten that arm, and then out to the side we go. You're a natural working those shoulders right there. Now, if you don't like this variation, you can do overhead shoulder press. You can do some seated Arnold raises, overhead barbell press. There's a bunch of ways to work the shoulders. Your form is looking great. I want you to give me one more. Then you're gonna take a little break. We're gonna switch sides. You finish this set, and I'm gonna go find Hunter. There he is. What's up, Hunter?
Can a guy do some pull-ups in peace?
Still doing pull-ups, I see.
How did it go?
It went really well. We got a complete upper body workout. It was short, sweet, and efficient.
Did you do
Chest, back, biceps, triceps,
and shoulders?
Shoulders, that we did.
Perfect. Well, thank you for walking us through that.
Thank you.
And thank you to Daisy for standing in for me so that I could go do some pull-ups. Now that I think about it, I'm gonna go do some more pull-ups. I'm on my way to Ketamine Clinic of South Florida to learn about an innovative new way to treat depression and other maladies. Now, let's go meet Sonia and her associates to find out what the heck ketamine is and how it's helping others. As promised, this is Sonia. Sonia, thanks for spending some time with us today.
Thank you for having me.
Of course. The first thing we want to know is, what the heck is ketamine?
Ketamine traditionally is an anesthetic. Ketamine is different in that it keeps your brain awake and your body awake. How it's an anesthetic is that it separates your brain from your body. So you do have that dreamlike dissociative state where that is where it's so therapeutic for mental health.
What maladies can be affected by ketamine positively?
Really treatment-resistant depression, anxiety, PTSD.
What does this have to do with the process?
So we have all of our patients on monitors, so we at all times know how your heart rhythm, EKG, oxygen, blood pressure is doing.
Ketamine is very safe medication when you receive it in a clinical setting. We monitor your heart rate, we monitor your blood pressure, and we monitor your oxygen saturation. We provide ketamine in a clinical setting in the hospitals every single day, so we feel very comfortable administering here in the office.
And it's also important to remember that that's why you should come to a professional to be monitored during this process.
Exactly. Really having that support to do it the right way. It's not just about the infusion, it's about everything in it as a whole.
Great. If people would like to learn more, how can they?
Oh, definitely contact us at ketamine-clinic-south-florida.com or give us a call and we can, review all the options and how we can treat you.
Well, Sonia, thank you so much for your time.
You're so welcome.
Mm-hmm. As usual, it's time for a quick tip that is sure to increase your health. Most people do not get enough water in their diet. You're probably familiar with the old adage that you should be drinking anywhere between 6 to 8 glasses of water per day. But of course, this is only an estimate. After all, how do you know how many ounces are in your glass of water? It's quite simple, really. As you can see, there's a quick calculation that we can do to get the amount of water that you need in your diet, and that is your weight multiplied by 0.5, which is a representation of ounces of water, and that gives you the ounces of water per day that are required for you. For example, say you weigh 200 pounds. You would multiply that by 0.5 ounces, which leads you to 100 ounces of water per day. But Hunter, you ask, what if I'm physically active? When it comes to sports drinks, some people think they're just a marketing scam to get people to buy something else. Other people swear by them and say that they improve performance to a level unknown. Well, we kind of do know because there have been a handful of studies and the majority of them have concluded that when you're participating in longer-term activity, that drinking sports drinks actually does improve performance. And the reason that they improve performance is because your body is using glucose to keep you going. And most of these drinks have some high amount of carbohydrates in them. There are also drinks just like these without the carbs. And you say, well, what purpose do they serve? Well, a lot of these drinks also have electrolytes. The ones with the carbs have electrolytes, and then there are some without any carbs in case that's something you want to avoid for whatever reason, but they still have the electrolytes because you're also using up electrolytes for your body to send signals and you're sweating them out as well. And you need to replace those, and that comes from salt and sugar. You also need magnesium, potassium, and other electrolytes as well, and that's what a lot of these drinks have. And then what about regular old water? Well, water will do the job, but you still need the electrolytes. So that's where one of these supplemental electrolyte packets might be helpful to you. Because after all, being hydrated isn't just the fluid aspect, it's also the electrolytes. And finally, Pedialyte. It's the go-to for rehydration, for hangover cures, for helping with kids. They have adult versions as well. And if you read the back of it, you'll see that there's about 25 grams of sugar in it and 1,000 milligrams of sodium. And that's because the purpose is to replenish those electrolytes and the fluids that you need. Okay, that's all. Whether you go on a walk, a run, play some sports, or you hit the gym, know what you're putting into your body and put it there for a reason. And then you will get your new recommended amount of water in ounces that you should be drinking per day. So once again, we can give you an example. We take our previous result from multiplying 200 pounds times 0.5, which led us to get 100. We can plug in our 100 here. Say you do 1 hour of exercise, and you divide that by 30 minutes, which is 2. And you multiply that by 12 ounces, that will give us 24. You add that to the 100 we got earlier, and now you should be drinking roughly 124 ounces of water per day, which is almost a gallon. So as you can see, the amount of water can vary quite a bit that you would need depending on your activity level. But really, it is quite simple. Let's keep watching SoFlo Health, which we will be able to do after a brief break. We are back. I am your host, Hunter Franke, and we are continuing our show here at WPLG Channel 10, which I understand is still being broadcast over the airwaves right into your home. So thank you again for inviting us in once more. We are always happy to bring you the best of health in South Florida. Unless, of course, it is the NBA playoffs, NBA finals, or Formula One racing. But not today. Today we have a lot of great health information for you, so let's get to it. Today we're with Catholic Health Services and we're saluting nurses throughout the month of May. So that's why we're at St. Catherine's West Rehabilitation Hospital. And today I'm joined by Donovan. Donovan, thank you so much for spending some time with us.
Okay, nice being here.
It's good to see you. Good to see you.
Thank you.
So tell me, what's your experience been like here at St. Catherine's West?
I work at Villa Maria Nursing Center, which is a part of the Catholic Health Services. It has been an awesome experience for me as a nurse. And because of my experiences, I'm able to teach other new nurses that is coming in.
That's great.
Yeah, that has been an honor for me.
What's your favorite part about nursing now that you've been doing it for a while?
Is when the family and the resident and patient appreciate what I've done for them and they say thank you at the end of the shift.
Donovan, do you have a particular patient or story that stands out in your mind?
Yes, I have this particular patient, and he used to be in like a rehab, and when he came over to me, and I was taking care of that patient, I went and have a talk with him, and we sit down and we talk, and once I understand his routine, he didn't have to call for anything, he didn't have to do anything. I'll be there right on time. And just like a couple of days ago, he said to me, "You're the best nurse."
That's good.
Yeah, he said, "You're the best nurse."
If somebody is considering becoming a nurse, but they're not sure or they're nervous about it, what would you tell them?
I would tell them that Villa Maria Nursing Center is a great place to work. I've been there, I've been there like for 3 years, and I've learned a lot. All they have to do is just have an open mind to learn. And we have a great website where each and every nurse can go to and do application.
Excellent. Well, thank you so much for your time. I really appreciate it.
Thank you very much, too.
You got it.
Yeah.
It's important to recognize all of the wonderful things that nurses do for us, and we'll be doing more of that next week. But first, let's watch this. I'm back again at QC Kinetics of South Florida, and I'm joined once again by Dr. Fernandez. You might have seen him recently on a previous episode of SoFlo Health, where we talked about what they do here. And we saw Michael, the patient care coordinator, talking about how you're getting people back on their feet. So, Dr. Fernandez, this time I'd like to ask you, from your perspective, what do patients come to see you for?
So they come for a variety of different conditions, anywhere from acute injuries to chronic conditions. And it's so satisfying to see their progress through our protocols and how they get basically their life back.
And what would you say the outlook looks like for patients that come to see you versus going more invasive routes?
My experience during the time doing this type of medicine, practicing this type of medicine, regenerative medicine, we have seen amazing results. And without the need of any medications, nothing that could lead to any side effects.
Right.
So everything comes from your own body. We put in those cells and growth factors at really high levels in these specific areas to really repair and restore the tissue damage.
And how quickly do patients start to see results?
So patients start feeling better just a few days after the first procedure. But the goal here is long term. I would say anywhere from 3 to 6 months after starting our protocols, they start really feeling the results, start doing more, being more functional, being able to do more activities and taking their life back.
You always have to try. You have to try. You have to come here, talk to them, see if you qualify for this, if the pain that you have, they can help you. I recommend 100%. I would tell anybody that has any little bit of pain that is not going away that you have to come and try. I feel so much happier at work. I can be standing up the whole day, go up the stairs, and I just feel so much better. No more pain. Happy.
If people would like to learn more about what you do, how can they?
So they could visit our website. We have a lot of resources out there in terms of educating patients. We always trying to basically bring a lot of awareness to our community about this type of therapy, this type of medicine, regenerative medicine. And they could call and visit our clinics. So we'll be able to educate them, do an evaluation with them, and let them know their options.
Excellent. Well, Dr. Fernandez, again, thank you so much for your time.
Anytime. Thank you.
Sure. Next week on SoFlo Health, summer is coming, and I will be heading out to a park to show you how to prepare. What the heck's going on with this week's show? Is this 70s? We'll be right back after these words from our sponsors. And we are back. I'm Hunter Franke, and we hope you enjoyed this week's episode of SoFlo Health. As we like to say here at the studio, learning about health should be fun and entertaining, unlike listening to a Gregorian chant. Anyway, that's it for this week's episode of SoFlo Health. Thank you so much for watching. As always, you can watch previous episodes of SoFlo Health on SoFloShows.com. You can follow us using @SoFloHealth to share with us what you're doing to stay healthy. Until next week, it's goodbye and good health.